Now is the time to guess where I'm going with this. I'll warn you now, it's not particularly clever. Or, yeah, you should be able to guess. Welcome to Graeme Games. My name is Graeme. This is the classic Frog Fractions. Usually when I play an old Flash game, it's something that I grew up with and have fond memories of, and it's like this nostalgia trip to come back to it and experience it for the sake of the channel. This is one that I never became aware of until after having a YouTube channel and have gone years now trying to avoid learning anything I can about this game because all I know about it is that there's more to it than you would initially think. And so I'm going in blind. I don't actually know what the whole hook is or what the deal is. So I'm pretty excited. I've been saving it all this time. Finally doing it. Hook me up. Get on in. I don't know. I'm protecting the apples. Presumably protecting the apples. I feel as though the fractions are not teaching me anything. The scores have nothing to do with anything, seemingly. Get away from my apples. This seems like it's going really well. I feel like I'm crushing it. Zorkmids, I guess, are the insects. I have to level up my indignity. I can lock on targeting. This eyeball installed. Is it like it's an implant, I guess. It looks a little bit like a steak. Auto-targeting HUD helps you make a glowy red list of bugs you hate. And I don't think I can afford anything else. Or a cybernetic brain. Anything your regular old frog brain can do. This newfangled cybernetic frog brain can do better. No, it can't. Well, obviously, lock. Oh, I can only choose one. I can only choose one at a time, so that's all I have to go off of. Oh, the auto-aiming, though, means that there's hardly a challenge. How could I lose? Oh, I have to lick up the fruits when they're ripe, I think. Ah, I'm letting them all get away from me. Stop it, stop ruining my delicious fruits. And then at the end of the level, you just automatically cash in. Gotcha. All right, well, we'll get the super brain. Make sure we have the extra good brain for extra good learning. Oh, okay, now instead of fractions, we're getting like full-on impossible numbers, or not impossible, they're just more insane, I guess. I don't know how else to describe them. They're just slightly more complex numbers. Not even really, though, right? Like e to the -1, that just means you literally are moving the decimal point over. I don't know how to collect like the gifts and things that fall. Guys, I'm like missing out on power-ups and stuff here. My indignity grows. I'm raging against it all. Rub balloons against your tongue before extending it. The nearby bugs will stick to one another. Science. Upgrade your fruit to durians. They smell awful, but bugs will take longer to eat them. That seems helpful. Upgrade your lily pad to a turtle friend. You can ride him over to grab fruit off to the side. Who put that fruit there anyway? Yeah, who would put fruit to the side? What is that all about? Okay, now I know what's up. Now I can actually take advantage of all the fruits. And now there's like a little bit more gameplay on hand here. I don't think I'll be able to get all of it. But I can strategize. I can focus my efforts a little better. Make off the juicy, tutti fruity goodness. Uninstall lock on targeting. Like why would I want to uninstall? The chicks don't dig on cyborgs, and it makes licking bugs less fun anyways. Get the surgeon to uninstall it. Like I could cut this back out of my brain. I don't like that they're doing it with a box cutter. I don't think I will. Oh, you have to start kind of comboing things a little bit. Well, I'll get the static tongue. Frog Fractions teaches typing. Oh god. Why did the first one not work? Oh, it's automatic. I don't have to like hit enter or anything. I don't know how to move back and forth anymore. Arrow keys? No, not even. It's literally typing only. Dragon, slightly Trogdor-like, not quite. He's missing the big arms. Upgrade turtle to a dragon. He will now really take you places. Like hopefully he'll move. Oh god. Okay. Now they're shooting back at us. Oh, maybe the game doesn't get like messed up over time. Like I had it in my mind that over time this game got like dark and twisted. I kind of thought that was the whole thing that people got all worked up about, excited about. It might just be that the gameplay like goes from being silly and childish to more and more crazy. Oh, come on, you can make it in time. That a dragon. We'll name him Matthew. He's not that fast, and it's not that clever. There's nothing really to it. A warp drive. Install a warp drive on your flying dragon. Now he will really take you places. Well, I'm literally never going to afford it. I'm assuming I never meant to. And I don't know how to get more Zork mids. So I guess I'm just getting the durians. And presumably, the next stage of this with us cutting the auto-targeting out of our brain, we're gonna give this him like a lobotomy. We're gonna totally destroy this frog. Oh, I'm missing out on all the tasty fruits. I'm gonna go no thanks. Just once. Well, I'll focus on some typing skills, and then maybe we can think about removing that part of our brain. They're not like shooting out of my eyeballs or anything. They're just kind of coming out of the thing that I'm using to type. I'm not gonna get anywhere with that. I guess I'm cutting it out of my brain. Matthew, it's just you and I. Oh, natural. With our combined talents. Me with my tongue, you with the everything that you bring to the table. I'm sure it's a lot. This bullet hell shit is getting out of control. Okay, everyone reel it in for a minute. I am getting indignant. Oh, I can go up and down. Who knew? Who knew I had so much freedom? What can I do with that? Ah, now the lock-on targeting. I sure do miss lock-on targeting. It was pretty sweet. All right, we'll put it back in then. I agree. It definitely had its place. It was unnecessary. We caved into peer pressure when we cut that out. We were at our best when we had it included. Who cares what the ladies think? Cyborgs are cool, and people dig confidence more than anything. So as long as you own it, and as long as you're happy with yourself, then who cares what anyone else thinks? You can cut it back out again. So sick of lock-on targeting. It just doesn't have the friction of going, oh, natural. I mean, everything else costs Zork mids. I'm not even reading what they are. I just am like well aware that I think the joke is that I'll never afford them. Must collect gift, want maximum payout. Perhaps gift will be worth thousands of fruits. Automation is what separates us from the apes, if you think about it. And also the being amphibious and like, it's like, looks like a poison dart frog. So, you know, the poison skin and, you know, the long tongue and, you know, there's a few things, but the automation is pretty high up on the list, I would say. These repeated surgeries are awfully expensive, though. It's really chipping into my fruit supply. I'm out here trying to. I'm never. Whoa. That was fully on accident. Oh my goodness. Like a billion. I don't know if anyone other than me ever watches The Woodsman, old animated weird series. There's like the one guy, I don't know, he's a bit of a show off and he's like lying and he's telling his friend about how he hunted wolverines in the wood. No, that's Napoleon Dynamite. It was he went to the bridge to throw rocks at cars or something like that. And, oh really? You throw rocks at cars? How many did you hit? Oh, like a billion. So that's literally all I can think of. Manual targeting is more fuel efficient and faster. But you know, we gotta get the warp drive. Install a warp drive on your flying dragon. It'll really take you places. Oh, here we go. We're leaving the pod behind. Glad you could finally make it, Lieutenant Hop. We're dealing with a serious infestation here. We're getting like mildly star-foxed. Be careful around those asteroids. Don't let them push you around. I'll push them first. Don't let the asteroids push you around. Why? Why is American Gothic the painting? What the shit is going on? Wow, I've never seen those bugs shoot at anyone but you. I think they might be racist. That's a little bit of lore that I certainly didn't expect to get folded into this game. But now that they've said it, it's hard to unsay. Like, I've judged these bugs very harshly now because of it. There's Bug Mars now, their home planet. They're gonna regret messing with us. We're gonna go full Ender's Game on them. Do a barrel roll for a Christmas tree. Don't forget to avoid bullets, Lieutenant Hop. It's hard. Office chair, you know, I'm trying to not get hit. My main focus is on reaching Bug Mars at this point. Oh no, I'm getting pushed out. Come on, squeeze through, Matthew. Just, you know, condense yourself into a singularity and just slip right between those asteroids. Don't let them bully you. Don't let them tell you how to live your life. Good flying with you, Lieutenant Hop. See you on the other side. We're actually going to to Bug Mars. No refugee. B, attitude for gains? Oh, hello. I wonder if the big guy over here has any tips about dealing with fractions. I completely forgot that that was like a pretense of this game. You were under arrest. Thank you for your cooperation. No, I didn't get to read the message either. Oh God, Mr. Hop, the charges against you are severe. You're accused of breaking and entering into our native habitat, Bug Mars, with intent to purloin our delicious space fruit. How do you plead? You're not really dressed for court. I'll be waiting when you get out, I promise. Thank you, little beagle. I don't know my dog breeds that well. I think so. Guilty, not guilty. Amphibious. You've got the wrong dude. My name is Mr. Leap. Oh yeah, what Mr. Hop? What is my name? Oh God, I don't even know. Has anyone ever told you that you look delicious? Ah, flattery. Flattery, of course. Not with that glassy-eyed stare, no. These charges carry a minimum sentence of 20 years hard labor. But there's a special offer this week. Quick get out of jail, 2-for-1 sort of deal. How'd you like to become a naturalized citizen of Bug Mars? I'd rather die. Lock me up. How do you feel about bribes? If you'll just reach into my front pocket. Nah, yeah. Bribery, of course. Look the way he hops around to push it. You don't have a front pocket. I can see from here you aren't wearing pants. Here, all you need to do is pass a test on the history and culture of this fine planet. Shall we begin? Our bug flag has 4 bug stripes. What do they represent? Peristalsis, synecdoche, bugs, crushing our enemies and our powerful mandibles, protecting my precious space fruit from your goddamn commie space bugs, Your Honor. The second from last answer is continuously my favorite. Hate bugs! Hate bugs! He's just having this weird frog-brained meltdown. You know, probably peristalsis. I don't know, bug shit. Gross! But yes, that's right. Next question on the series, Bug Jersey Shore. What is Bug Snooki's favorite flavor of ice cream? Man, it's been a solid decade since Jersey Shore, right? This is slowly becoming dated. How long is Snooki gonna become a part of the collective pop culture consciousness? Favorite flavor of ice cream? Vanilla, cookie dough, bug. Oh, it is Bug Snooki. Trick question. Ice cream is unheard of on Bug Mars because of the climate. I don't really watch TV, Your Honor. I think they're in my hair. I can feel them crawling around. No ice cream. Trick. Total trick question. Well, I had to try, didn't I? 420 bugs ago, Bug-in-Chief Bug Thomas Jefferson wrote the Declaration of Bugs. The naming scheme for how they're inserting bug into these names is inconsistent. Like Commander-in-Chief Bug-in-Chief. Then bug replaces nothing. It's just at the front of his name. He's Bug Thomas Jefferson. And then the Declaration of Independence, it replaces a part of the word instead. It's all over the place, and it's still funny. It's funny every time. The right to bugs, the right to own sentient space fruit as slaves, the right to refuse to testify against your hive mind in court. That would be tricky. If everyone else in the hive mind would both be against you and for you simultaneously, I can understand how that'd be tricky. The right to parade around the courtroom in your knickers. How the hell would I know? I'm a frog. Oh God, bugs everywhere. The right to bugs. Of course, right? That's the pattern. As the revered document says, the only right you'll ever need. During the War of Bug 1812, General Stonewall Bug Jackson, they held off the nefarious Frog Armada single-handedly. I blame the dragons first. You know, the frogs can't do it on their own. How many mecha frogs did he crush under the wheels of his Mercedes bugs? Enough to reach the ground? We don't know. We hadn't invented counting back then. Yeah, we're still working on fractions. Didn't start with round numbers. Started with the fractions. 420, I swear. They counted them twice. It's not just a pot joke. None. He didn't learn to drive stick until after his divorce. They bite, they bite. Well, humility. I'm sorry, we're so bad at numbers. Do you know what percentage of students didn't graduate Bug High School in those days? Neither does anyone else. Last question, Mr. Hop. How do you feel about fractions? I love them. Well, I'm trying to love them. I think my chair is made of bugs. Am I made of bugs? Intuitive, I suppose. A little bit. I'm leaning between the scientific notation thing, but I ain't playing frog scientific notation. Frog fractions. Spoken like a true bug. I'm impressed, Mr. Hop. Yours is the first perfect score. Our fake Is it possible to get anything wrong? I feel like it might not be. Yours is the first perfect score our fake naturalization program has ever seen. We were going to fire you into the sun, but instead we've decided to issue you a work visa if you'll just sign here. Yeah, F yeah. Fist pump. Bugs, 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 bugs. He'll probably take that as a compliment, and I can freak out internally a little bit. Working holiday visa. Bartholomew Salience. Date of birth, Bug. Bug, June 5th. 1245 Bug Street. Insectopolis. Height 1.5 centimeters. 22 grams. For novelty purposes only. It doesn't actually count. Excuse me while I just quickly draw my signature. Now is the time to guess where I'm going with this. I'll warn you now, it's not particularly clever. Or, yeah, you should be able to guess. Maybe it's hard to guess. I have no idea. It was as stupid as I'm sure you assumed it would be. I screwed up with the lip placement. It was very difficult to make it look like correct frog lips. Because, you know, I'm trying to go for a realistic blunt smoking frog. It turned out a little cartoony. It takes a while to sign documents. It's a slow process, but you know, it's hard to replicate. 420 out of 1, maintaining the fraction. Smoke lily pads every day. I just figured I would make it slightly closer to like PG. I don't know. I guess we're naturalized. I guess we now get to just live the regular old life. Having never eaten a durian, I think it's like a funny joke to pretend that they're like a horribly alien fruit. One of my friends did move to Vietnam for like, I want to say like 5-6 years, and he just kind of like got used to it. He's like, yeah, it's fine. Once you start eating it, it's normal. To purchase Merv tongue, insert a 20 coin bill, $20 bill, what the hell, into your CD-ROM drive. Oh, I can cut it out again if I really wanted to, but I want to start buying these other things. PR department, too expensive. Oh, I don't have any Zorkmids anymore. This well-trained team of marketers ensure that the public has the correct impression of you. Well, I guess I'll cut out my targeting. And I'll just sink down into the ocean immediately, right? And go in search of Zorkmids? Oh. Suddenly I feel like I'm playing like a Thomas Brush game. Like, this is unexpectedly...
As conceived in 1632 by Portuguese printing press operator André Felipe, boxing was a gentleman's game in which two men would square off and regale each other with stories,
giving me the history of boxing?
Until one of them fell to the ground from boredom or exhaustion.
This
Over
game.
the next few years, the new sport developed a respectable following of a few hundred local socialites.
It's hard to track. It's hard to... There's no real knowing what's going to come next. It's hard to do random in a way that isn't obnoxious and that is genuinely unpredictable. I should have predicted that going down was not going to be just a pile of fruit.
It was Felipe's son, André Felipe, who developed what he called the punching strategy in 1636.
The punching strategy? Where you just punch the other boxer?
Fall down. When André Felipe challenged the then champion, British expatriate Sleepless Bill Bishop, to a match, Bishop was the odds-on favourite. You can imagine his surprise when, while he was describing what he had had for breakfast that morning, André walked up and thumped him in the neck, sending him down for the count, in the parlance of our time.
Why am I invested in this fake documentary? The one guy's strategy was to describe his breakfast and he just got punched while he was doing it?
That the boy had violated the spirit of the game. Officials were unable to find any actual rule that punching violated, and were forced to let the victory stand.
They were concerned that punching was against the rules of boxing? I'm discovering new areas, right? I'm not trapped in a maze. Or like, a loop, I should say. This is 100% a maze. But I hope there's like one specific, not just one specific way out. The fact that this is an actual maze concerns me greatly.
A die-hard fan, who perhaps witnessed that historic battle between Felipe and Bishop, who for love of the sport must stay to witness the last glorious seconds of wakefulness slip away, only to return to fight again another day.
Little, like, automatic, homemade sound effects. It's not onomatopoeia, it's just like a cappella, I guess, if anything. What the hell was that all about? I thought he was going to say that the old version of boxing that still exists is like known today as soccer or something, you know? Nope, I don't know what any of that was about. What is happening in my brain? Command module. Is that it? The rumbling seems to have stopped, and you feel the intense downward pressure let up. After a moment, you calm down enough to start taking in your surroundings. For the first time since the seemingly dormant vessel sprang to life. The command module, the walls of this circular room curve to meet at a point that must correspond to the curved nose of the outer hull. Lining the walls, you see a porthole, a glowing display, and a control deck. A ladder leads aft. If you don't know how to get started, type help and press enter. What's next? Aft. You clamber across the ladder. Captain's quarters. This looks like an all-purpose living area. A sleeping pod sits next to a nightstand. A ladder leads to the fore. An oriental grug lies in the center of the aft wall. Aft. Can't go that way. Then rug. I don't understand that verb. Then I will say sleeping pod. No, hey, well then fore. Oh, we're back. All right, well aft again. I maybe wasn't done with this. I guess I am going back. Oh God. Oh, there's so many. All right, examine rug. This decorative oriental rug sits in the center of the room. Looking at it more closely, it doesn't quite lay flat on the floor. There's a significant dip in the middle. Moving the rug, you discover a recessed hatch below. Your score has gone up by 2/5 of a point. Okay, enter hatch. The hatch is closed. Open hatch. You have to work it a bit, but after you give the wheel a few spins, the hatch opens. Enter hatch. Now it's coming together, isn't it? Nearly every surface in this room is covered with a sticky pink goop, which seems to be thicker near a gray machine sitting in the corner. A hole in the wall exposes a nest of wires. There is a hatch leading back to the captain's quarters to the fore. Get goop. The goop is stuck to the surfaces. Dang. Examine hole. Peering into the exposed machinery, you see what looks like an empty coffee can that you're guessing doesn't belong there. Get coffee can. You twist the can and it eventually comes loose, but you've ripped the insulation off the adjacent wire in the process and it begins sparking as it comes in contact with an adjacent strut. You glance down at what you've taken. Really is a coffee can. Examine sleeping pod. It looks like a bed with a lid, but you have to assume it's got some sort of suspended animation function. I mean, right? There's a hole in the top next to a gauge reading empty. Enter the sleeping pod. You can't safely sleep until you're confident you'll return to Bug Mars by the end of the trip. Oh God. Examine machine. The machine consists of a spigot aimed at a flat platform. A handwritten sheet of paper has been hastily taped over the base of the... read the note? This is the out-of-order note included in your game package. You rip the note off, leaving a fluttering piece of electrical tape behind and revealing a control panel. Get tape? Taken. Examine control panel. Most of the control panel is rendered unusable by the sticky pink goop. You see a row of what looks like radio preset buttons, all but 2 of which are stuck. There's also a big red lever. None of these are legibly labeled. Push button. The raised button clicks into place and the previously selected button pops up. Local currency, says a robotic voice. What the hell? Do it again. Mom's specialty. Push lever. The machine whirs, dispensing local currency, a voice says. A thick stream of Zorkmids shoots out of the faucet, bounce off the flat floor, and scatter around the room. Get local currency. You spend a few minutes gathering up the scattered Zorkmids. Your score has gone up by 1/3 of a point. Push button. Push lever. Oh God. The machine whirs, dispensing Mom's specialty, a voice says. Pink goop streams out of the faucet, splashing against the flat platform and getting everywhere. A couple drops land in your mouth, and you recognize the flavor. Bacon milkshake. Atmospheric anomaly detected, a different voice says. A whirring sound ensues, and the bulk of the goop is sucked into invisible vents, leaving just enough goop floating around to be gross and annoying. Atmosphere purified, the voice says triumphantly. Get goop. You can't get a meaningful amount just by collecting loose goop. A bare wire. How did you think I fixed that? Use wire? You'll have to be more specific as to what you want to do. Push wire. You try to pull the wire away from the nearby components, but it returns to its natural position, touching the strut. Oh, tape wire. You wrap the tape around the bare wire, insulating it. Your score has gone up by 1 2/3 points. Is there anything else fixed at the machine then? Place coffee can on machine. You place the can below the spigot. Push lever. Mom's specialty. Boom. They do their ineffectual thing. So it streams out. It mostly gets everywhere, but the coffee can does end up filled. Okay. You grab the can. I have the can. I don't know what to do with it. Use can. Drink can. These drops earlier were enough bacon milkshake for 1 lifetime. Thanks. Well, then we'll go back to the captain's quarters. Well, I fixed the wires. Maybe, and enter sleeping pod. Maybe, right? Can't until you're confident you'll return to Bug Mars. I'm using the goop on the sleeping pod. You bring the can close to the hole, and the hole sucks the pink goop right in. The nearby gauge fills up. Your score has gone up by 9/2 of a point. Turn on the sleeping pod. This is space. Machines aren't on or off here. Machines just are. Nightstand. Examine nightstand. It offers a single drawer. Open nightstand. You open the drawer, revealing a thick manual. Read manual. The navigation computer, the command module, after leafing through it, you feel confident you understand how to use the interface well enough to set up a route back to Bug Mars. Your score's gone up by 2 1/8 points. 4. No, I should already be in the... Oh, no. I wasn't even in the command module, was I? Examine display. A glowing green display shows a map of the galaxy with a destination you don't recognize marked at an ETA of about 3,000 years. Looking closer, you see 2 on-screen buttons labeled Route Details and New Destination. Push Route Details. The screen spills forth a slew of steps such as spiral, spinward at spathy system, far faster than you can fathom. I push new destination? You deftly plot a course back to Bug Mars. The engines roar and you feel G-forces shift. The ETA reads 57 3/5 years. You run a diagnostic and determine that the vast majority of the time is going to be spent going through bug customs. That's a very Douglas Adams-y joke, if you ask me, and I like it. I love it. Luckily, you can sleep through most of it. Your score has gone up by 3 1/3 points. Examine room again. No, look around. So I've done the display. Examine control deck. That's what I need. It consists of an array of switches and a pair of joysticks. Let's hope you never need to override the ship's autopilot, because these are definitely not frog joysticks. Push joysticks. Best not to fiddle with the controls. Alright, then in that case I will go aft and I will enter the sleeping pod. Oh god, big text. You lie down in the sleeping pod, close the lid, and drift off. Secure that in 57 and something years, you'll return to Bug Mars a wealthy frog. Yeah, hopefully we were able to put those Zork mids in a savings account or something, high interest returns. When you wake up, you're clearly not in your sleeping pod. You blearily glance around to get your bearings, and you appear to have been sleeping on a heart-shaped bed covered with roses. A voice comes from the next room. Awake already? A wispy human figure in a bathrobe and a crown walks in. She bends over and kisses you on the nose, and suddenly you feel your body shifting. Yay! She laughs and claps, and you realize that you've been transmogrified into a human form. Well, that's great news. What the shit am I looking at? Oh no! Nearly has a regular, tiny, stupid, useless little tongue now. I can't even lick the bugs when they're near. Watch out! They're eating your fruit! Yes, this is going very poorly. My indignity is maxed out. You awake with a start. What a horrible dream. I wonder if that was like the developer of the game. You call your friend Draggy the Flying Dragon. Matthew, I think you meant to say. Just to talk to someone. Hello, Draggy says. I just had the worst nightmare. You explain the situation. I'm not sure that a support group for human bug eaters is really going to get much of a following, Draggy ponders. Maybe if we drummed up a little publicity first. I know just the PR agency. There was totally a thing about like unlocking marketing was like the next thing that I didn't have the Zork mids for. 5 minutes later, Draggy shows up at your door dressed to the nines. He tosses a frog tuxedo at you. Put this on, babe. We're running for president. Candidate Hop, what say you to allegations that you are not a natural-born citizen, that you're under 35, and that you're a frog? I mean, I suppose I'm guilty of all of it. Oh god, we're getting some Guitar Hero, Super Crazy Guitar Maniac, Deluxe Dance Dance Revolution, Friday Night Frog in action. Wait, why is this? It's like not working at all. Oh god. Oh no, it is logging it. It's just like not how I thought it would. There's just like not a lot indicating that it's working. Has anyone made a Friday Night Funkin' Frog Fractions mod? Cause like get on it if you haven't yet. The fact there's only 2 colors messes with my head a little bit. Not that I'm good at this anyways. No. Oh god, I'm about to fail. I don't know what happens when I fail. The colors aren't even consistent. Like down is red sometimes and yellow other times. I'm getting the occasional thing, you know, maybe I can't fail. Because of my own skill, I mean, of course, not because the game won't let me. Like, I think I kind of just need to let it run its course. Oh man, the constituency loves an underdog. You're a shoo-in for president. So I really failed my way to the top in that situation, didn't I? Title screen. I don't know if the scepter was there before. Betsy Bluebonnet. This weird tea having the flag. Sir Clarence Gastropod. A bunch of credits for characters that just never existed. Ferdinand Croker. Flaps McQueen. I love how that's just an actual picture of a courtroom. Morag Hajil. And introducing Draggy Ceiling Eater as himself. Created by Twinbeard. I genuinely don't know if Twinbeard's ever done anything else. Numerators and denominators. That almost felt like an achievement thing. Oh, we're not done. Bug Oval Office, 8:03 in the morn. Bug weather, hot and dry. Classic of Bug Mars. The Economy Manager, weather report, hot and dry. Bug assets, 2 million Zorkmids. Cost to produce porn, 10,000 Zorkmids. There's still the flag. Megabyte. How many megabytes of bug porn do you wish to make? All of it, please. Come on, let's be reasonable now. How many megabytes of bug... Oh, wait, there's actual math to be done there. Right? 200? How many pop-up banner ads? 15,000 Zorkmids each. Don't worry, this interface is temporary. Bug software engineers are hard at work on Bug Excel 98. Do you wish to purchase? Wait, is it still 1? Unfortunately, you have 0 Zorkmids and would require 15. Oh, maybe I wasn't supposed to buy only porn. Oh, how many pop-up ads do you want? 0. What price do you wish to charge for a megabyte of bug porn? What did I make? 10,000 of it? I already forget how much of I made. 5. Bug porn industries. Thanks. But I'm into ladybugs. Day 1 results. The bug porn centers are working today. There will be no bug porn available at Bug Retail. The bug porn centers bought all your bug porn at lunchtime. So they bought a lot of it, right? You made 20 megabytes. Oh, right, not that much. At $10,000 a megabyte. That was not the price I set. You sold 200 megabytes at $5. Oh, I made it at that cost. Yes. So my budget was 2 million, GDP 1,000. My profit is negative 1,999,000. You gotta spend money to make money. How many Zorkmids do you want to order the Bug Federal Reserve to print? 5 million, please. I guess we'll let your successor worry about the inflation problem. I agree. In no way would that ever be my problem. The PR department, this well-trained team of marketers, ensure that the public has the correct impression of you. Dance shoes designed for the professional dancer, the stupid flag. Low-rise slip-ons have a 2-part rubberized sole for maximum control. They're not even that expensive. Voice modulator, the constituency is always more impressed by a deep, booming voice. Our surgeons are on call 24 hours a day to give it to you at a moment's notice. I could install lock-on targeting again. Bug drugs. Drugging the water supply will pacify delinquent bugs, keeping them off the streets and out of trouble, and not coincidentally staying home and watching bug porn for $2 million. I should ask for more money. I'm gonna run out. The meteorology satellites. A system of satellites to help your meteorologists provide more accurate and precise weather forecasts. It's probably gonna be hot and dry always, right? Drugs. Drugs it is. Drug the water supply. Why not? See, they're still predicting the weather with the utmost accuracy. There's thunderstorms. We got 3,001,000 Zorkmids. The 10,000 Zorkmids a megabyte. How many megabytes of bug porn do you wish to make? Well, obviously, we'll shoot for the dang moon. Oh, right. I think I forgot. I used up all my money, right? Yeah, capitalism tip, be sure to charge more for your product than it costs to produce. It cost, oh no, 10,000 per? I will charge 50,000 per.
It's my inability to distinguish you from prey.
But is that like an ad? Is that my PR agency? Juvenile bugs posing as health inspectors gave your product a thumbs up. Everybody wants to see. Bugs seemed unaware of porn today. You made 30 megabytes of it at 10,000. You sold 5 megabytes at 50, and we are like still, we did not, you got to sell a lot more than that. That was not a lot to sell. Oh, how many Zorkmids do you want the Federal Reserve to print? Well, I say we just go for, the max. Well, it's probably not the max. I tried to do 1 billion. Successor, worry about inflation. Agreed. Meteorology. Bright and sunny. The satellites are paying for themselves already. An outbreak of frog STDs and bug porn actors is driving production costs up. The bug economy manager, weather report sunny, blah, blah, blah. We have all kinds of money. This system, this industry is nothing but profits. Seems like it can't fail, right? I will make 100. No, we'll do like 300. And then pop-up ads, I'll make like 500 of them. You have, and that would require, okay, so like 250 then. I'm nearing the number. What price do you wish to charge for a megabyte? Oh, I am 12,000. It was 12,000, and so I will charge my going rate of 50,000. Thank you. Thank you for noticing that wingspan. My arms are literally like, it's something like 2 or 3 inches taller than my height. And like a perfectly proportioned human, they would be equivalent. Superb performance made today's bug porn too hot, spicy porn. The warehouse burned down. You made 30 megabytes and sold 0. And, what about my pop-up ads? I guess because I didn't sell anything. Well, time to print it all. I got, infinite money. Please, what I'm going for here. Padlocks. Adding padlocks to bug porn storage warehouses should cut down on shrinkage considerably. Presidential swimming pool. I haven't quite built up to there yet, I guess. Oh no, I bought the pad. Oh, that's so confusing. The icon for the padlock was a lock. That's brilliant. I love it. Hot and dry. All the money in the world. Make me 1,000 porns, make me 1,000 ads, and I'll charge 100,000. Parthenogenic. Word of the day, I guess. The in-house bug porn musician decided to make Bug Big Band today. Nobody quite sure what to make of it. I can hardly follow that sentence. I can't make anything of it. The dry weather makes thirsty bugs. Bugs complained incessantly about your high prices. I sold 200 megabytes still, so, pricey, good. Lost $7 million, still coming out ahead. How many Zorkmids do you want to... Do you know what? Look at that. Look at those savings. All the money for me. I've earned a presidential swimming pool. This heated pool provides a familiar, wet environment in which the bug president can relax. Potentially, we can go hunting bugs. When you're done taking a break here, we need to get back to work, huh? I just get to sit on a fun turtle, not even a dragon. It's pleasant in here. Real nice. You can still sink. Frog. Fractions. Designed and written by Jim Crawford. Also Jim Crawford. Probably a little bit more. No, other people as well. Also Jim Crawford. Music, but a lot of people involved in this. I mean, it's one of the lengthier Flash games out there, I would say. Most of them are like 10 minutes long. I feel as though I finally am a part of this. I finally get to understand what the hell this game is all about. Also, I could have sworn there was one more thing to unlock beyond the presidential swimming pool. I feel as though I got slightly robbed. What would it have been? I also could have cut the auto-locking on my brain and put it back in probably like 100 more times if I truly wanted. I actually went and looked this up, and you can cut and reinstall the auto-lock-on 17 times. So that means there's 34 unique, like, upgrades that you can select over time. It's a lot. Frog Fractions, there you have it. I love playing Flash game classics, both the ones I grew up with and the ones that are new to me. If you guys have any you'd like to recommend, let me know down below. In the end cards, I'll include a playlist where I try to group together all the Flash games I played on the channel. So if this is your thing, you want that nostalgia romp, or you want to learn more about these classic games, that playlist is really a great place for you to start. There's tons and tons to see there. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you again soon.